on behalf of the Board of Directors, we would like to extend our warmest welcome and convey to you our excitement that each one of you are here to be part of the ribbon cutting for our community Repack Center. We're very excited about this, and I want to point out the first part of that name, and it's community. It is your Repack Center. I'm going to introduce Ron Hayes, the president of Marion-Polk Foodshare.
Thanks for being here. I want to welcome all of you. We have different local elected officials here and different dignitaries, and all of you are dignitaries, though, and I'm glad that you're all here. As Gary said, this is your facility, and we wanted to make sure that you know that it's yours. And I won't say a lot. We also have a lot of volunteers that are our board of directors and also volunteers that work here every day, volunteers that are from the pantries and people running the pantries to make this whole system work. It's a huge operation. People don't realize, but in the volunteer sector alone, we have 2,300 volunteers that work here very actively. All 17 members on our board of directors who give a lot of time are volunteers as well. And we also have over 160,000 hours going into the pantries of the different 100 pantries that get food from here, pantries and meal sites. And so there's just a ton of our volunteers here from the pantries. Some people have been doing this for many, many years, extremely dedicated, and without them, it wouldn't happen. So we're glad that they're here as well. I also want to introduce right now to you Leroy. Leroy comes to us out of the homeless population, and he just wants to say a few words, and I'm just glad that Leroy's here. Thanks, Leroy.
Hi, everybody. These guys have really flattered me. These packages that are going to come out of this machine are soups, and they put my name on it because I'm trying to deliver them personally into the parks and places where the homeless hang out. They have a problem maintaining their health because of a number of different reasons. And Marion-Polk Foodshare is really the big instrument in supplying those needs that they have with food. And I'm just happy that they're going to be doing these things, and I get to take them out in the park and share them with people. And the funny thing is, I've never heard of a food share program or anything that actually does taste tests among the homeless. I took the stuff out into the park the other day, well, a few weeks ago, and I got my cell phone, I got a little Android, and I was videotaping how to put the chili together, and then I talked with the folks that were sitting around, and they gave me feedback on what it tasted like. And I brought it to Steve, who runs the kitchen back there, and he was all excited about that, and he wants to go forward with more of those. So I'm just happy to be part of it in a small way. Thank you very much.
Leroy didn't say it, but he came to us concerned about the nutrition of people that are out in the streets, actually. They have a lot of problems with their feed, with the different types of things, and he's been willing to take out these packets that we've been putting together right out to people on the streets and help them know how to cook them, show them how to demonstrating them. We have demonstrations of him doing our protein patty. Some of you have seen that, cooking it on a car, on top of the car hood and things like that. So he's been very creative in helping us get those kind of things and meet those kinds of needs. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Kurt Schrader. Let me just say a couple things. Kurt is our representative for this area, and he's been an advocate. He serves on the Agriculture Committee at the federal level, which does a lot of work on behalf of people. That's where the Farm Bill is where the USDA commodities and TFAP food comes. It's where food stamp comes as well, and he has an active role in that capacity. But one other thing about Kurt is he's come down here and volunteered and sorted food for us. And I think that that needs to be recognized as well. It's not just out there in Congress that he's helping. He came down here and was worked in our facility as well, sorting food. So Kurt, thanks for being here to help us.
Well, full disclosure, I didn't put the effort or time in you all do in terms of service here, but gave me a taste for the tremendous effort that everyone in this room and many others give. I mean, the number of volunteers and volunteer hours that go into distributing what's here is just pretty amazing, and again, emblematic of this community. I can't state enough, in many different venues, whether it's public safety or hunger or just good governance, that this community comes together. You should be very, very proud of Marion-Polk and Salem and just everybody's effort. It's outstanding. And I don't have to tell you all that the need is unfortunately greater than ever. A lot of people, believe it or not, Washington, D.C. don't understand. I get this thing where, well, geez, Kurt, the height of the recession was 2 years ago. You know, what the heck are we still doing food stamps and food bank and nutrition for? And I think, well, what are you talking about, man? It's a lagging indicator. Most people used up their savings, lost their home finally, things they struggled to keep on. And they need the, you know, the Foodshare here in Marion-Polk County more than ever before, So I'm real pleased that people in my state and in Marion County and Polk County, they get it and support the Foodshare in a big way. I'm pleased with the collaborative partnership. Times are tight, not just at home, but believe it or not, even at the federal government. And this type of collaborative partnership where the community block grants come down for the federal government, City of Salem steps up, put a chunk of their share in here. Kaiser Permanente steps up, private people step up, Doctor's Choice steps up. I think that's the way the future of this country is going to be written, with everyone stepping up and doing their fair share to make sure everyone gets ahead and survives difficult times at the end of the day. This machine's pretty exciting. I mean, I read a blurb where it took, you know, people all day to pack 2,000 pounds of rice and beans. This thing does it in, what, 30 minutes? I mean, that's going to be awesome. I'm sure the people putting the rice package together are going to love that. Be a little easier. But it's about meeting the need, and this goes a long way. Going to increase the opportunity to get food out quicker and sooner than ever. And frankly, with the holiday seasons approaching, Thanksgiving around the corner, Christmas, the need will be great. Hopefully everyone will contribute both in terms of times and hours, but also food for the food bank to repackage. And just really pleased to be a small part of the celebration. Congratulations, everybody.
I think the importance of what we're doing here is really the mission, and I want to emphasize that it's the mission that's the most important element of what we're trying to do. This equipment is pretty nice and will help us do the mission, but it still goes back to the mission. It was just handed to me, you know, as you walked in, I got a note handed to me. And it says, this is from Feeding America. It says, it's heartbreaking to think even one child in America is not getting enough to eat every day. The sad truth is Feeding America will serve nearly 14 million children this year. Hunger lives far too close to all of us. With your help, we can work toward a hunger-free America in our lifetime, and thank you. As you walked in, you saw the boards. Those boards represent individual children. Right now, we're serving 14,000 children every month out of a food box in Marion and Polk counties. And our partners across Oregon, the Oregon Food Bank Network, are seeing the same amounts of hunger out there as well. And we partner together in trying to meet those needs. And some of our representatives are here as well from Oregon Food Bank. I want to say thank you to lots of people. And I want to say thank you to our funders. You see them listed on your brochure there of the City of Salem with the CDBG monies that they helped us with. It's not only the monies that they helped us with, they also helped us with expertise, with providing us leadership and a variety of different types of things, and I really appreciate that aspect. We also got help from Kaiser Permanente. They understand the fact of our emphasis on nutrition and what we're trying to do. Same thing with Physician Choice Foundation. They also see the need for us to make sure that we get nutritious food out there. And that's one of the things that I wanted Leroy here as well, is because we do have an emphasis on nutrition. It's not just about feeding people just anything. It's making sure that we feed people with health and work towards a healthy community. We appreciate all the people that helped build this, from Summit and Summit Equipment and Leighton Manufacturing. We have people from those as well here. And LCG Pinch, who was the general and oversaw this work as well. Been a great partnership. It's gone smoothly, gone very smoothly. And you know, when you take on a project like this, it's sort of, I have a lot of trepidation because we're cutting new ground in many ways. And yet, at the end of the day, it's coming out really well. So I want to say thanks to all of you too, in a whole host of ways, and I don't want to make this about 2 or 3 hours long. So without that, going no further, I think let's cut that ribbon and let you see what this thing really does.
It's pretty impressive. We need game changers like this. We need this sort of facility. We need this sort of repackaging plant to make sure the kids actually have an opportunity to get the nutrition they need. And it's a shame that we're making the kids suffer at our expense. We need to do this more often. The nutrition bill and the farm bill needs to pass.
We are definitely in the learning process, but this is what it looks like.
Since the recession began 3 or 4 years ago, we've increased the number of people we're feeding by 75%. That's a huge, huge increase. It was already high, and it's that much higher now. It used to be that the food that came in to the Foodshare was a lot of waste stream. We got a lot of dented cans, we got a lot of excess production from foods, from overproduction for canneries, things like that. Well, those sources have dried up. We have a repack room here that takes bulk product that we get from producers and farms, and it can handle dry food like rice, beans, cereal. It also can handle frozen foods like green beans, corn, carrots, those kind of things. Two elements about the production here that's quicker. One is it's quicker in respect of being able to break down frozen clumped foods. The machinery helps us break that down. It was really back-breaking to break those big clumps of frozen food, so it'll speed up that way. Plus, it speeds up the bagging and makes it more uniform as far as the bagging is concerned. It's also, the room is refrigerated, and so handling frozen foods is real safe that way.
It's unfortunate that some folks in Washington, D.C. don't understand. I don't think they're as connected to the district as maybe myself and this community, realizing that over 20% of Oregonians are on food stamps. And that without food bank and Foodshare, people that are only now beginning after exhausting their savings and have lost their home, lost their job, and now they need help. Let's help them get them back on their feet.